Nowadays, people can scroll for hours, but studying board for them is literally impossible. They can't focus straight for 20 minutes. Like if they try to study or do some work, it's literally impossible for them to stay locked in. Even I got distracted multiple times while I was planning this video. For some people, doing nothing feels uncomfortable to the point where people are challenging themselves to do nothing on social media. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about how a generation was affected by the use of social media. Back in the days, people used to get bored more often. Sometimes they were stuck in a doctor's office or in a line and they were capable of waiting for it. Even if you just go back to 2019, for me personally, watching longer YouTube videos was much easier. It was still common to use your phone, but the desire to be on our phones the whole time was much less. And hanging out without phones was actually considered possible, and not checking notifications every 2 seconds was still considered normal. The biggest negative impact social media have had on people is through short form content. I make short form content too, so I'm obviously not a neutral voice here, but here's what I actually think. Well, during COVID, the popularity of TikTok, Reels and Shorts changed everything for people. Infinite scrolling and getting dopamine hit every second became common. Fast edits and subtitles on the short form content made possible for people to be addicted to them. And the algorithm was made in a way too that made the addiction possible in the first place, where it learned from your habits every time you use the app to show you better content next time. And the algorithm structures your brain in a way where it starts expecting constant rewards. The more you use it, the more your brain gets messed up. The habit of every swipe giving us something new makes us expect same thing in life. But the problem is life doesn't work that way. We start expecting same things in our daily lives. And when we are not succeeding the way our brain wants us to because of dopamine addiction, then everything feels slow compared to scrolling. And ultimately being patient becomes impossible. And you know, this leads to procrastination, where we delay everything that was supposed to be already done. And social media also leads to bad focus. Like people can't focus on anything at all. I know a friend with whom I would make study plans, but when I actually show up to the library to study with him, this guy would spend 3 of the 4 hours just scrolling on TikTok. And the time that was supposed to be called study session became into a doom scrolling session. And then doom scrolling at night is one of the biggest destroyer of sleep. Everyone watching this video would probably know someone who sleeps at 3 a.m. and wakes up at 8 a.m. And the primary reason they do that is because they doom scroll at night. Then sometimes it's not even at night. People just open a phone for something else and end up wasting hours on social media. And after that, they end up forgetting what they even opened the phone for. You know, social media makes everyone feel behind in life. By seeing rich and successful people 24/7, it makes us feel that we are literally doing nothing with our life. And people start comparing their lifestyle to someone else's lifestyle. And they start feeling bad on how they're struggling or how they're not rich yet. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for aiming big. But you know, feeling bad that someone else made it big on the internet but you didn't, while not knowing that someone who's portraying themselves as successful on social media might be just fake. Or even if it's real, we never know what struggles they had to go through. And the scary part is that people can't sit bored at all. Like, you know, I have seen some people when their internet doesn't work, they just don't feel normal. It's apparently because boredom feels painful to a lot of people nowadays. And because of that, long form content is evolving too, where it keeps getting faster, fast cinematic shots and fast-paced stories. This has changed the landscape of how people consume content, where they actually consume a lot more content but enjoy less. And before I end this video, I just want to say that I'm not all against social media. And of course, this video is going to go on social media too. But what I was interested in for this video is how social media is negatively impacting people's lives. Or maybe for our generation, this attention span is a different thing. Maybe this is our flaw, like every other generation has some kind of flaw. But what happens if this keeps getting worse? So what do you guys think about this? Comment down below.